Yo, what's going on? My name is Teacher Michael, and welcome back to another VIPKid Brand Ambassador video. Today's video was made in collaboration with the VIPKid headquarters, and the topic that we'll be covering today is your teacher profile photo. I am extremely excited about today's video, number one, because I am very passionate about photography, and also, number two, because we are gonna go on a little bit of a field trip later, so make sure that you stick around for that. But before we get into field trips and all of that sort of stuff, I want to explain why I think that your profile photo is arguably the most important part of your teacher profile. The reason your photo is so important is because this is the first little crumb that is going to lead a parent into your profile. This is the gateway to you as a teacher. So before a parent can watch your introduction video or read your bio, and least of all, before they can take your class and find out what a wonderful teacher you are, they have to want to click into your profile. And that all starts with your little profile photo. And I say little because it really is only the size of a quarter. So when you have a photo that's that small, and you're gonna put it up against the 40,000 other teachers that are on this platform, you need to do whatever you can to make that little photo stand out. And I'm gonna help you with that today. So the first question is, naturally, how do you get your photo to stand out? So I'm gonna begin by approaching this from a technical standpoint. And technically, the first thing that I would look at is your background. You wanna make sure that your background isn't too distracting. So for your profile photo, I would suggest keeping it as minimalistic as possible. Simplify your background so that you, as the teacher, are front and center and you stand out. The second technical element is the framing of the photo. And because all of these teacher profile photos get cropped into a circle, the focus is really on what is in the center of the photo. If you're sitting off to the side like this, there is a likelihood that half of your face is gonna get cut off, and obviously you don't want that. So make sure your background isn't distracting and you are sitting front and center. And the third technical element to consider when you are creating your photo is to create some contrast between you and the background. To emphasize this point, I took a couple photos earlier on. Both of them were against a green background, and the only difference between these two photos is the shirt that I was wearing. Now, obviously, the one where I'm wearing the yellow shirt, that really helps me stand out. It separates me from the background, which is exactly what you want. So those are some of the technical elements that I would consider when creating your photo. Now let's talk about what else you can do to help yourself stand out. And all of this really comes down to personality. This is your opportunity to get creative, to be a little bit playful, and to really communicate something about yourself, something about your personality. Are you a fun teacher? Are you really serious? Are you a little bit silly? Whatever it is that best reflects you as a teacher, try to think about that when you're making your photo. Now, to emphasize this point, I want to share with you the photo that is on my profile. So as you can see here, number one, I tried to hit all of those technical elements that I talked about before. In terms of personality, obviously in this photo, I chose to include my puppet, and I've also included a little Canadian flag on my shirt, and I made sure that I was smiling. Those are the three things that I wanted to communicate through this photo, that I'm a friendly, approachable kind of guy, I like to use puppets in the classroom, and yes, I am Canadian. One other thing that you can do to try and help yourself stand out, especially with a photo that's, like I said, super small, is to include a couple pop culture references. That's gonna make a little bit more sense once we go on our photography field trip, which is coming up in just one moment. But before we get into all that, I wanna talk about some of the common concerns that people have when it comes to creating a photo like this. The number one concern people have is, I don't have a professional camera. Mike, I look at you and you've got this big fancy camera and I don't have one of those, so my photo is gonna be terrible. And that's just not true. If you follow everything that I've talked about up until this point in the video and you have a clear background, you position yourself in the center of the frame, you add a bit of personality, you create some contrast between you and the background, you really can create an extraordinary photo just with the camera on your smartphone. But if you still are concerned and you still want to have a professional quality photo with professional lighting and a professional background, I'm gonna take you on a little field trip and show you how you can accomplish that. Do you wanna know where we're going? I'm gonna take you there in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey, we made it. And the answer to your question is yes, our field trip is to Walmart. Basically, I wanted to come to Walmart to show you an affordable way that you can get professional and fun headshots for your profile. The first part of this mission is really to find something to wear. Let's go. I am back. I'm ready. I'll explain it to you. I teach English online.
Okay.
And I'm trying to help other teachers with their profiles. So everyone's required to create a profile photo. And that's like the first thing that people get judged on, right? So you want something that stands out. Exactly. You want something that stands out. That's pretty good. I would accept that. So that's it, it's that simple. You can come and get your photo done just like that, and you can walk away with a digital copy that you can just upload to your profile. I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. No, I just need to make a return, please. Okay. I do, yep. Okay. That's just between you and me, all right? And there you have it, folks. It is that simple. And obviously, if you want to choose to go this route, there is a little bit of a price tag attached to it. It's not a crazy amount, but there is obviously a cost to getting your photo done that way. So let's take a look at it. This is the photo that I ended up coming away with. This is the one that I was most happy with. And just to go back to what I was saying earlier about possibly including a pop culture reference, that is why I chose to use the Superman shirt. It's really because even if my photo was the size of a quarter, you can still recognize that Superman emblem. And if the parent or the child happens to be a fan of Superman, that's just one more thing, one more little incentive for them to click into my profile. Really what it comes down to is trying to put yourself in the shoes of the parents who are trying to choose a teacher for their child. If they're going through all these profile photos and they're seeing orange shirt after orange shirt after orange shirt, and all of a sudden they see purple or a rainbow or Hello Kitty, that's gonna stand out. So keep those things in mind when you are creating your photo, and best of luck to you. That is all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully there's something in there that you can take away and apply to your own profile. Of course, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, I will see you on the internet. Peace.